Well, for everyone that's joining in just now, welcome to the fifth day of the SA tournament. We're going to be watching two more matches to decide the last two of the top four of the South America division. We have Imperium versus Templar as our first match today. We have Valley Fortress banned by Imperium and a Heilong Fjord banned by Templar, both fighting, both choosing to attack on Harbor City. And I will be commentating this tournament. I am Azakai. I am not Fyro. If you enjoy the commentary, please uh, do follow the channel and my own channel if you want to see follow me play Conqueror's Blade when I do stream, just Conqueror's Blade instead of just commentating for the tournament. That would be much appreciated. But other than that, we'll just have to wait out. We'll just have to wait for the first battle to begin, and I believe Imperium will be attacking first. That's normally how it works. I should have worn pants. It is cold. Oh no! Technicians are a bit slow today. Alright, Harbor City. I believe. And again, I believe Imperium is attacking first. Let's get this show on the road. Having a quick look at the hero classes, we got three mauls, six short swords, sorry, a glaive, a poleaxe, two muskets, and two longbows coming up for Imperium. Four mauls, sorry, one longsword, five short swords, two glaives, one poleaxe, and two spears. Surprisingly, on the defending side, there is no range classes. Range classes have a massive advantage while defending. Not very many golden tier units coming up for Templars that might come to bite them in the ass. They do have access to one Metallitor and one Nafan Guard, but was that going to be enough? We got a Metallitor and a Nafan Guard being deployed immediately by Imperium, but probably not going to work out too well. Namely because you got to push the towers at the beginning. I gotta be back really quickly. The baby's up. Not mine, but interesting also to see the defenders Templar having quite a few berserkers, and I do think they have a few of them deployed already, making their way to destroy the beginning siege weapons, or, well, the defending side destroying the siege weapons by the looks of it, concentrating on the siege towers. We have seen strategies to destroy the Treb before. Looking a little low on that Treb there. Not going to hit very many. Well, not going to hit anything at all. We still have the cannons accessible on the right-hand sides and the left-hand side. We have Imperium punching right through the left-hand side small gate. Whether or not they decide to... Down goes two of the long bows on that siege towers. There's quite a few moles in this game, but I think Templar only has about three or four of them. I think there's three or four. Not actually as many, not as many as I thought they would be. More short swords though. Short swords are in high demand. Both teams having around about five or six short swords. We got a contingent of three moving across the backside. Does not look like Templars spotted them just yet, or they don't pay any mind to it. The left and the middle siege tower does seem to be getting pretty close towards the wall right now. It could be a first generation siege tower. Uh, First generation siege tower. Yes, the left side does connect, and the middle tower does connect as well. With two access points early on, this will be a good start for Imperium. Imperium also making their way towards the backside supply point, so this will definitely slow down reinforcements. We have some prefecture archers being deployed by the defenders. Very interesting pick to always see archers. Archers are normally not the greatest. Stacking pretty heavily on the middle tower. Normally you want to aim for the left or the right side tower. Right side tower mainly for... But with access to the back supply point, this could actually be a good position. Does seem they tribbed nothing, but it might just be they moved. Yep, the loyal guards did move. The loyal guards moving back now, running away. Doesn't look like this point is going to be contested that heavily, but we'll have to wait in a second. Here comes the first engagement here at the base point. We've got Loyal Guard versus Loyal Guard. Imperial Pikes both ready to march. Does seem like the defenders have started the march of the Imperial Pikes. Holding steady. Nafan Guards flaming the main line. Berserkers trying their best to kill, but the defenders will easily be overwhelmed at the A point. Loyal Guards at the back hold back the tide. Here comes a Imperial Pike from the side. Good march here, catching a lot of units. Fighting a battle of two fronts. Here comes a secondary Imperial Pike march. But the Berserkers on the front line seems to be eating through. Left-hand side is fallen, but the right-hand side has been secured. Does look like they can face left-hand side, but these Berserkers shouldn't be that badly damaged. One of the worst things to do is always leave Berserkers. Unfortunately, looks like those Imperial Pikes go down as well. A lot of shit going down. That Berserker death balling really hard. Even through Nafan guards. I mean, like, again, the biggest part about Nafan guards is the CC. When you're facing Berserkers, CC immunity is just too difficult. CC immunity just makes it trivializes the power of Imperial Pike Guards or Nafan Guards or things or units that rely on the CC to basically come out unscathed or just gain complete dominance. Does look like Templar has evacuated the A point. Going to lose one of their major advantages here. The wall is a good spot. But does look like the Berserkers are still around. Honestly, I think the Berserkers were let go too early. Could have waited for the Imperial Pike March. Good usage of the Imperial Pike March there. Aiming to attack the line side on instead of head on. Unfortunately, without a strong backing, everything is falling apart. Templar has been pushed all the way back to the base point for now. Right side supply point getting taken early on. Going to be a 10 plus minute hold. Not going to be good for Templar, especially being down 200 units. Imperium making their way with early cavalry. trying to finish off some stragglers. Where are these Border going? Thank God they despawned just before someone murdered their ass. These Berserkers are being a pain. These guys have the health equivalent of heroes or warlord. Heavy cavalry usage on the left-hand side. Does look like they want to take this supply point. One charge has already gone in. Does look like the Imperial Pikes have caught a lot of cavalry, but whether or not they die is another question. Doesn't look like they're dying just yet. Some Palace Guards in the mix, but they're going to be pretty awful against cavalry. The Loyal Guards are holding strong, but getting flanked by Imperial Pike Guard right now. Templar is heading towards the backside. Does look like it's a two-pronged attack. Keep the supply point under threat while the main base gets attacked. This contingent at the back needs to clean up the cavalry real fast. Actually, looks like they're splitting back towards the base point. It's not a good idea. You need to crush one of the sides. You need to crush one of the forces real fast, but splitting your forces in this case, especially for the defenders, not good. Imperial Akubuzia is getting taken down. Getting taken down. Doesn't look like the Tundra humans finish off the job, but doesn't look like they're going to turn the tide here. Completely covered with Imperium right now. 8 minutes to go. Less than 500 units for the defenders. Defenders are looking at passing the critical point soon. But 7 out of them are dead. It's going to be very difficult for Templar to recover. This looks pretty solid from Imperium. Imperium doing the switcheroo, sending the defenders through a loop, not capable of holding two positions, overcommitting to one side and or just weaker in general. Doing very well to throw one hero at a time, but again, where are your units? They're not breaking through the line by the looks of it. They'll try to buy as much time for reinforcements to arrive, but you're down to 5 heroes. 4 heroes now for the defenders. And there we go. Imperium takes the first battle on Harbor City. Very strong start. I do believe Imperium is showing that they have a strategy. Good strategy, in fact. The distraction on the supply point made the defenders double take with the focus, catching them on a bad, um, catching them in a bad situation twice. Not going to be, it's going to be a hard ask for a defending team to split their attention. But anyway, I'm going to have to wait and see how Templars do on their attack. Hello, good morning. Not going critical, but definitely a lot of on the second. Only one guy actually died 3 times. A lot. Again, didn't seem like the fights. Besides that one Berserker fight on the wall, Templar doesn't seem to have, again, Only access to one Metallitor or one Nathan Guard. Not gonna cut it here. They try to rely on their Berserkers, but the Berserkers did do well. For some reason, their mainline infantry couldn't cut it either. So whether or not the coordination is lacking. Hi, Wampig. How are you doing? I'm guessing you're just chiming in now. You just missed the first battle between Imperium versus Templar. And the wallpaper is incorrect. Well, I do hope you enjoy watching the stream, and I hope you like the commentary. Hopefully, we'll get to see the next battle, Templar versus Imperium on not Wolfort, on Harbor City yet again. But after the display of Imperium attack on Harbor City, does look like Imperium has a stronger strategy at the very least. I don't think Templar is going to win the attack, but we'll see. The performance of Templar was fairly weak on the defense, but maybe they're better at attacking. I have seen this before, where both sides are better at attacking than defending. I think the lack of Metallitors and Nafan Guard, I'd say lack of, they still had one, but I guess they weren't used as aggressively as I'd hoped they would. Or normally you would see them. Teams can normally protect these important or high valued units long enough for them to actually pay off. But I guess with no access to range classes, Templar probably be on the back foot at taking them out. Two longbows, couple of muskets coming out from Imperium. Definitely not going to make it easy for any ranged unit to be highly effective. And if the front line falls, they're going to get rushed anyway by all the short swords. Next battle is about to begin. Harbor City. This time we have gonna see in Templar attacking Imperium. Maybe maybe Templar will pull off something similar. We're gonna have to wait and see. Templar still going in with the 4 moles set up. 5 short swords, 1 long sword, 2 glaives, 1 poleaxe, and 2 spears. A lot of heavy armor. 13 heavy armor classes coming out with 2 spears being the medium armor class. Heavy armor always very popular, but we have for the defender side we have 2 moles, the just 5 short swords. It does look like someone switched to a poleaxe in the meantime, a glaive. The 3 muskets and the 2 longbows definitely going to be very difficult for Templar to push, or they will get or it's just going to be harassed at the very least. We got a lot of cavalry for the defenders' side this time. Cavalry coming out for the for Templar, I mean for Imperium before as well in their previous battle. Winged Hussars, so it does look like they're planning on sending it to the ground if they can't hold A. Lots of pikes are at the ready, worried about a sally out. Everyone should always be worried about a sally out at the beginning of a battle. Just depends on how well people can sally out is another question. Access to the two Metallators and the Nafan Guard almost all at once. All being deployed immediately. Very interesting to see. Also, another interesting thing to see is three heroes going towards the back section of the map. Classically, normally we would see a bunch of culverins being deployed at the backside, taking out the middle and the right side siege towers. Does look like that's the strategy. Looks like one, two, and three culverins going to be used by one person. This is a good strategy. It protects the culverins at the back because the attacking side will not be able to spot them from this distance. Going to be a little bit slow here from Templar, taking out the starter artillery. I say slow, but it's only been about 30 seconds, or to a minute. Matalator is taking a big hit, not actually getting hit by a Treb, getting hit by mortars or cannons right now. Doing good work. It's in fact mortars. We've got two mortars here aiming for those Metallators. Good job. Take out high value targets. Does have access to two more, one other Metallitor. Left side siege tower did go down in the meantime. Didn't spot when it did go down. Right hand side siege tower did go down just now. Middle siege tower goes down, and down goes one of their spear users. Whoa! This longbow getting accidentally rolling off by the looks of it. Where's he running to? He needs to get up. This spear is going to chase him, but this spear should be on critical health. He did take a lot of fall damage. Here comes two other longsword also trying to come for him. Oh, this longsword is dead. The double spears and maul and the short sword. Doing his best to run away though. He's running fast. Nah. Three stabs. Another stab. Down goes his horse. And down he goes. A little bit of a chase. This is what happens when you fall off the wall. Not the easiest of times to escape back. Does look like both sides' Metallators did get destroyed in the meantime. We're down to just five Metallators still available. Two more just died. Oh, only one remaining. Left-hand side Metallators only have one remaining with two remaining on the right-hand side, but I think they bug it off. They're not going to be effective after taking so many hits. Some climbs coming out from Templar, but this is good for Imperium. The siege towers are slow to make it up here. Down goes the middle side one again, but I think that would be a bit too early. You can afford to let them get a bit closer. But that left side one is getting very close, but I don't seem to spot. And there it goes. Unfortunately, I can't see where they're shooting from. Right side siege tower also goes down. It's going to be a third generation siege tower is going to try and make it towards the wall, but it's going to hit the critical point where Templar really needs to be thinking about a secondary plan of assault. If you can't get siege towers up, you've got to find another way up onto A. Threaten the enemy. There's supply point, and there's definitely you just need to get inside the city. Once you're inside, it opens it up. You know the enemy is going to fight on top of the wall. No risky plays from Templars so far. Everything's just been quite safe. I'm not sure if I did. I'm not sure how many units each side had at the beginning, but it does look like there is a natural unit advantage for the defenders, around about 150, 144, if I was to be more accurate. That might. That's around about 5 units. Could just be surf units, could be quality of units. I mean, could be the cavalry. Longbow is going to chip away at the pushing forces. Does look like all of the Metallurori is already dead, trying to push the siege towers, but to no avail. Chipping away very slowly at these weak units. Not good for Templar to take this kind of harassment for free, but it's kind of unavoidable. They're doing their best to hit them, but you gotta suppress those longbows. You gotta suppress those muskets. We're heading towards the 6.5 minutes. Templar doesn't seem to show any signs of trying for a different avenue, but also does look like Imperium have ran out of ammo. One of their Templar's members did just DC. Reminder, you have to your connection is your own responsibility. If you disconnect during a battle, it is your own fault. Under there are no rematches under any conditions as far as I know. Left side siege tower gets up. Middle side siege tower gets up. You got 6 minutes to take the A point. If you don't take the A point with the first push, it's going to be very difficult. You only get 4 minutes for taking the A point. You're not going to have very much time to make your way into the city. But look at this, Imperium just letting it go. A point will be captured very easily. In fact, they didn't plan to fight on the wall at all. This might be a heavy switch to cavalry. A couple of cavalry have been deployed. They're moving on to the left-hand side. Lots of loyal guards have been set up here. We're looking at 4 loyal guards at the very least. Some Forte and Imperial Pikes. Someone deployed their Pike Militia. Pike Militia being one of the few units with stun on brace. Templar going for a heavy left side push, coming down those left side stairs, but it does head towards the main gate anyway. I hope someone opened the gate. Does look like someone needs to walk around. Bad coordination if you can't go through the main gate after taking A. But I do believe I do believe the main gates has been opened. Templar heading towards the right side supply point. Imperium is responding strongly. We've got a massive shift yet again. Templar can't slow down. The defenders will meet them here at the supply point. Berserkers go in for the engagement. Loyal guards close behind. For some reason, Templar is doing another massive retreat, even though a couple of their forces are getting trapped here. If you're gonna fight, you gotta fight hard. They might sacrifice the Imperial Guard and the Pike Militia to hold back the tide. Very strange. If you're gonna vacate the right-hand side, you should have done it earlier. Fight where you want to fight. The defenders have the advantage to use the entire map. The attackers only have to focus on getting to the base point or the supply point. 2 important points that the defenders must defend at all costs. They're valuable. Looks like they're hard pointing this corner. Does look like Imperium has taken some notes from Wildfire, if you guys caught the Asia Pacific division. This corner here is very difficult for attackers to assault, but this is also accompanied by a strong set of coordinations. Cavalry going to be engaging on the left-hand side. Does look like Templar has deployed their own Tundra humans, but heavily outnumbered by the sheer number of cavalry available for Imperium. No Nafan guards by the looks of it. Nafan guards should be available, at the very least some tertials. Loyal guards do take a sharp turn here. They actually back off, surprisingly. Templar understands that engaging is going to be very hard here. Nafan guards out for Templar. Burning down nothing, but I do believe that's because a charging cav failed. There goes a Alp Halberdiers cutting in through the corner there. Reinforce it with another loyal guards. Here comes the simultaneous push on either side. Loyal guards turn around yet again. Might gonna catch that Imperial Pike Guard. Here comes some Tundra humans from the front. Gonna go for the Imperial Pike Guard. In fact, Imperial Pike Guard should have their march available. Now it is Templar that's getting squeezed. Lots of cavalry charges that Nafan Guard will go down as it tries to stand its ground. Templar is being completely routed here. Some cavalry on the backside trying to distract, but not going to work. Good job, Templar, routing the first assault by Templar. Did look a little bit scary as they were getting squeezed, but it does look like they won out in the end. Gonna have to clean up these two heroes trying to slow down the resupply. But doesn't look like they're gonna buy enough time in order for an emergency push. We've got 4 minutes 40 seconds to go. Takes about 20 seconds to get the base point. So you only have roughly around about 4 minutes to actually make your way towards the base point and clear off the enemy. Down goes Cogoglio. Cogoglio? Or Coglio? Or Coglio? Cogoglio? I don't know. Phonetics are not my strongest suit. Yet again, we've got some loyal guards in the corner. Resupply. Massive resupply. Doesn't look like Imperium is going to make it towards that corner yet again, so they're going to just rely on defending the base point. Heavy losses for Templars, but the advantage only increased by about 100. We only got about 150, not 150, about 250 units advantage for the defenders. Whether or not they can make use of it is another question. They do have the closest supply point, 800 units still available, so there's a lot of resources, and I do believe Templar still has a lot of siege weapons, but going to be very slow, passing 3 minutes, passing 3.5 minutes. You got 3 minutes 15 seconds to go for Templar. Templar's got to start the assault any second now. It's going to be a long 2 minutes of fighting at the very least. Does look like they want to do a split. Here comes some winged assaults straight down. Whoa! They were just running. They were just despawning. My bad. Does look like those fortibrachos get cleaned off easily. Imperial Pike Guards refuses to engage, but loyal guards here. Both sides have loyal guards. Gonna stop the Imperial Pikes. Both Imperial Pikes now engages, but more Imperial Pike coming out for Templar. Does look like the backside is being crushed. More and more resources being diverted towards this wave from Templar. Templar is taking heavy casualties. Lots of cavalry fighting towards the base as well. The main infantry push does seem to be winning not being defeated just yet. They'll make their way and cutting off reinforcements towards the base point. Catch the heroes, catch all of the units. You just got to clear off the guys on the base point, turn around and focus on using that barricade to your advantage. But here comes some Tundra humans clearing off some Imperial pikes, but could not break through. Very surprising. But these Tundra humans on the base point are being very annoying right now. Not the easiest things to deal with. Better off killing some more Tundra humans coming from the backside. Gonna hit massively on the main infantry line. Winged Hussars burst right through. There's no kinds of brace units besides Fortebraccio that can hold against that. And there's no Fortebraccios coming out from Templar. Templar only having heroes left, no units. This last desperate push has failed. And I highly doubt that within the last minute Templar can muster another push. Unfortunately for Templar, Imperium takes the defense and they have won the attack 2-0. Good effort. Unfortunately, unable to deal with the Tundra humans, Templar has failed the attack. Imperium using every inch of the map. Well, Imperium using every second of their time to delay the enemy and conserve their forces, not committing to any major engagements until the very last moment, and even then, continuously gain more and more unit advantage. The unit deficit increases as we head into the manhunt or the remaining few seconds. Not going to be very strong units. We've already passed the critical point for Templar. And there it is, the end of the battle. Imperium winning. Congratulations. Very strong performance from Imperium. The strategy to use up as much time as possible to destroy the siege towers and just letting them get A. And although the retreat from the right-hand side was a little, how to say, a little strange. In the end, they hard pointed towards the right side corner, which is a classic defense point that Wildfire has deployed in the past or just recently in the SA Division tournament. Definitely watching other tournaments. Better learn good usage of cavalry as well. Makes it very difficult for Templar to win with just their infantry, committing too much resources to defeating the infantry line. In the end, with no resources left, cavalry comes in for the cleanup. Very difficult for Imperial pikes to defeat cavalry with just their basic attack. We'll head on to the next set of battles soon, but that won't start for another 15 minutes. And just another reminder, I hope you guys are enjoying the commentary. And if you do enjoy the commentary, I am streaming the rest of the South America tournament, including the MENA tournament when it starts on the 26th. Or not when it starts on the 26th, when it continues on the 26th. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the commentary, and I hope you guys will follow this stream and my own stream, for I am Azakai filling in for Fyro, or I'm just commentating on Fyro's stream as it allows you to also get drops. But if you can follow this stream and follow my own Twitch channel, it would be very much appreciated. If I get to 200 and when they do another call for content creator, I might be able to get my own drops myself. Other than that, I hope you guys continue to enjoy the commentary for the SA Division tournament. We just got the last of the top four to decide very shortly. Grey Wardens versus MVP will be up soon. Unfortunately, right now it's showing the wallpaper for the MENA Division tournament. There we go. The wallpaper has been corrected. This is good indeed. So it'll be around about 14 minutes before the next battle starts, since it starts officially at 9. Do chat in the comments. Well, say anything in the chat. I am watching Fyro's chat. So, yeah. If you have any questions, do ask. Thank you, Jack Johnson, for following. Uh, Much appreciated. No, I still got one more, but I'm not. But it's not on right now. About 12 more minutes before it starts. Hello. Oh, really? We'll go out once this is done. So wait one more hour, okay? Okay. I'll let you go. Wait, what? Okay. So it's just intermission, hopefully. Written. Oh, that's the updated one. Why don't I have that? I'll be right back, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Damn it, I forgot. Okay. So I didn't realize this before, but I think we've seen hints for quite a few of the new season's units. Apparently, right. I didn't I didn't realize that. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Is it a Changdao version of Iron Reapers? Holy cow. That'd be so cool. Okay, so we know that there's monks. Monk's probably gonna be tier 3. And then there's one other unit. Monk's concept art was released. Apparently there might be a shield unit. Wait a minute! No way! Hmm. Okay, so it just releases the whole thing here. So if you follow the waybo, if you monks, garrisons, great, and grenades. Yeah. What's up, bro? Right now, we're watching Grey Wardens versus MVP, Heilong Fjord, Walford, Harbour City. Grey Wardens attacking on Harbour City, and MVP going for Valley Fortress. So the bans were Heilong Fjord and Walford. Very interesting to see Heilong Fjord continuously get banned, but then again, on the Asia Pacific one, it was also banned. Yes, if you follow the if you follow the Weibo account, apparently they've already just dropped everything. So apparently, what I'm reading here is that you got the monks as a tier 3, you've got the garrison units, which apparently have 3 forms, which apparently the translation is wrong because it says sword, it says sword shield, two-handed sword, and crossbow sword. So it's going to have 3 forms, maybe, and then you got the modal, which is essentially um a Changdao version of the Iron Reapers. I honestly have no idea what a crossbow sword is. Anyway, a quick look at Grey Wardens and MVP's lineup. MVP going up with tons of, well, this is like a lot for me anyway, of tier 5 infantry. But look at those Nafan guards. We've got 4 Nafan guards available, plus 1 Metallitor. A lot of golden tier units coming out from MVP. This might be good. That would be so weird if they're carrying like 3 different sets of weapons, though. That translation must be wrong. Knife, shield, two-handed knives, crossbow knives. Well, we'll know soon. Well, no, they'll look like Iron Reapers because, by the looks of it, they use the same type of armor, which is well, not same type of armor, but they're both inspired by the Iron Pagoda armor set. I don't mind the fancier looking one, but the lower class one, I think the loincloth area could have been a bit longer. Make it look like a skirt. Otherwise, it looks like a weird set of pants. Or it would be also very weird if there were 3 different weapons because that would like they would have multiple veterancy line for each of the weapons. That would be interesting. What do you think of the release? They say they're fast, yeah, I know, but I'd expect it to be closer to close. I mean, it's gonna be like a shock trooper, obviously. Does look like Grey Warden's making some progress on the right hand side. Well, maybe not. They got a lot of heroes close to it. Not sure what they're focusing on right now. Should really be focusing on the tournament, and I'm just talking about the releases right now. Left side siege tower just went down. We're gonna see middle side siege tower might make it. Needs to probably take a couple more hits. Come on. Is it gonna make it? Middle side siege tower actually makes it to the wall. Very impressive. First generation siege tower makes it to the wall. They're throwing up some heroes. Probably to destroy the culverins that they deploy. Tang Modal. They've now have the right side siege tower up as well. Grey Warden hasn't taken a fight just yet. Don't know why they want to go through the left-hand side. I mean, MVP stacking really hard for the left-hand side for just 3 guys. Grey Warden loses one of their players just now. Hope he comes back soon. Alright, I seriously need to stop looking at the leaks. Or, like, the Weibo release. You guys can find the Weibo, the Weizin thing on the Reddit. Looks like an easy A take. Wonder if MVP just letting them take it. Does look like it. Not very much time was taken to actually take the A point, losing roughly around about 2 minutes only. Well, 4-ish. But I you have to make a consensus that it does take like 2 minutes for the siege towers to come up. This is going to be an 11-minute hold for MVP. They have access to a lot of tier 5 infantry, which is the most interesting aspect since they've given up the wall. That means they don't even know if Grey Warden has just a ton of cavalry. And they brought a lot of tier 5 infantry. Yeah, because there's a lot of lag because the servers themselves are not you see They have to buy the servers off of someone, and I think the tournament servers are not always active, so it's actually of lower quality than the main servers. The only problem is that it runs a different version of the game. Well, I say different version of the game. It's still the same game, but it has different functionalities which the server provides. Which are the custom game modes and stuff. Some server side stuff, some game version stuff, but it's mostly just the server side stuff that's weird. I'm not surprised if the tournament servers are a little bit funky. It's mainly due to the fact that, like, I think the servers are maintained. Each individual server is maintained separately. Grey Warden's got that right side very easily. MVP just giving it up, but they're going to try to press down on Grey Wardens here, which is quite odd. Winged Hussars engaging the Imperial Pikes here on the left-hand side. We're having a two-pronged battle. Does look like Imperial Pike Marches are going off on either sides. MVP winning both of them by the looks of it. It's going to be a little bit slower on the left-hand side, but they actually have a massive advantage. Lots of the Royal Janissary just crushing it through the right-hand side. They're booking it right to the supply point. This is not good for the guys on this left-hand side. They're about to be flanked heavily. Finishing off the guys at the supply point. Going to finish the guys on the left-hand side in a second. Why are we watching people heal up their unit? There's a fight going on. Cameraman, move your ass. Or we can just continue here watching people resupply on the supply point. Exciting. In the meantime, left side supply point just got taken, and we now get to see them fighting towards the main gate. Big mistake. Grey Warden already on the base point. The left-hand side supply point has been taken, but massive losses coming out for Grey Warden. They're trying to keep the defenders here at the front by just throwing units at them. Not the best of ideas. Left-hand side supply point is getting taken back. Doesn't look like they could successfully hold, but they're going to catch some of the MVPs from the on the backside as they run back towards the base point. In fact, some MVPs are still holding this supply point on the right-hand side. It's going to be a little while before more reinforcements, but I say a little while. They are rocking up. His only Fortebraccio friends have just retreated towards the enemy. Again, that being a massive bug, still being an issue. Should be fixed this afternoon. Hopefully it doesn't affect the tournament too much. 7 minutes to go. Grey Warden's already taken off a couple of seconds for the cap point. 15 seconds more to cap, I do believe. I think this surge of units is going to need to slow down. Need to wait for the rest of your guys to catch up. Tiny humans being a bit too hasty, I would say. But does look like Grey Warden wants to distract on the left-hand side as, again, lots of Alp Halberdiers being deployed. Some Berserkers in the mix. But a strong lineup of Imperial Pikes, Loyal Guards, and Fortebraccios from MVP. And MVP should have tons of Tier 5 infantry still left, along with Nafan Guards. They're here on the supply point yet again. They'll have to deal with the Tundra humans eventually, but losing the supply point is going to be massive. 6 minutes to go. And honestly, I'll say these Tundra humans are in a prime position. Fortebraccio didn't see them. And they switched lines. Does look like the loyal Imperial Pike Guard did go for them. Loyal guards here at the front getting flamed super hard. We got two sets of Nafan guards at the front. Imperial Pikes just walks right over the Fortebraccio that's rocked up. Flamers a little bit far back, but does do their duty and burns down the enemy front line in mere seconds. Grey Warden is losing massively, but here we're getting some cap points. This Metallitor being heavily exposed. Tundra Humans booking it towards the base point. Actually winning out on the backside. Supply point being taken. Reinforcements coming out from the left-hand side is not going to be good for the defenders. The defenders need to deal with the... Does look like the Tundra Humans do go down. Another Tundra Human going for a charge. Gets halfway, but it gets stopped by the Imperial Pike March. Very few infantry will be remaining after this. Nafan guards should be critical on ammo. Getting shot by Tertials, in fact. Shield wall. Those still the last of the Tundra Humans. I believe there were 3 Tundra Humans, and this one should be the last one. Unfortunately, it doesn't make much progress of the infantry, but completely surrounded. The defenders on the base point are looking grim. Metallitors are still in play. They did not get taken out. No heavy formation, but the Tertials slowly shooting them. Finally, more reinforcements from MVP as they get the left side supply point yet again. Both sides are just going to throw units at each other in a second. It's going to be a desperate bid for the defenders. We've got 8 defenders left. 7 have already died. Grey Wardens killing them one by one. Luckily, it does look like some heroes have decided to sacrifice their lives and move forward, passing the Imperial Pike Guard on the base point. Killing off... Wow, those Metallitors are running fast. The Knightly Vow from a longsword being very useful in this scenario. Those Alphalbardiers doing their best, and these Village Watchmen doing their best. Holding off the defenders, but the attackers are losing ground. 700 units for the defenders. Where are your troops? I'm just seeing serfs. Nothing strong. Surprisingly, MVP just continuously throwing in their low-tier units. Royal Janissaries moving to and fro from the front, eating a Alphalbardier charge just now. I think a lot of losses coming out for both sides. MVP getting hit by a couple of trebs, nothing major. Both sides losing units like crazy. Alphalbardiers primed for a charge, and here they come. Alphalbardiers will cut their way through. For some reason, they're actually getting stopped by the Pike Militia, charged by a Condottieri's. Getting stopped, I think. Getting shot here. But the front line is breaking down for Grey Wardens. Grey Warden doesn't have the quality of units by the looks of it. Both teams down, passing the critical point where we just see serfs, but we were seeing serfs for ages now. Do believe that the critical point was already passed way before the 450 mark. Metallitor. Wow, surprisingly, they hold the line. Now the tide has turned. Grey Warden heading towards the base point in the last 2 minutes. MVP needs to hold 2 minutes, but 2 of them already went down. Another goes down. Does look like he DC'd in the middle of that. Either healing up, in fact, actually. Grey Warden needs to throw units, but it's going to be difficult for the defenders. Where are the defenders' units? Probably none left. Here comes some Pike Militia. Needs to hold for a minute and a half. But Grapeshot's coming out like crazy. These Grey Wardens definitely have artillery to spare. Down goes everyone. In fact, only one defender left, and he's not even going to make it towards the base point. Very unfortunate for MVP, but Grey Warden takes the attack on Harbor City. We will get to see Valley Fortress next. If my memory serves me correctly, we only saw it like 20 minutes ago, but for some reason I am just bad at my memory. Okay, so whoever this guy is releasing the information about the next season has some inside, definitely inside information, or is part of the official team because apparently it used to be the musket and the sword Iron Reapers, I'm gonna tentatively call them, or the um Modal team. The Modal team used to be a tier 5, and it's been shifted to a tier 4, surprisingly. Well, probably not surprisingly. I mean, tier 5 infantry has to be fairly strong. We don't even know what abilities this tier tier 4 will have. And I am more interested in reading leaks than I am this tournament right now. I'm sorry, folks, but I hope you guys like the commentary regardless. Both teams seems fairly equal. I do think it might come down to a field battle. Usage of cavalry is a little bit lax on the MVP side. Surprisingly, the Nafan Guard did not do as much work as I thought they would. Them having up to 4 Nafan Guards available, their front lines both front lines did collapse fairly easily. I think it's just due to MVP not being able to deal with the Tundra humans. I think everyone's gonna be switching to the new pike, and if it's weak, no one's gonna use it. Can you believe that a year ago when Maul came out, everyone thought Maul was trash? I'm gonna be honest with you. Everyone thought Maul was trash when it was first released. It was hilarious because I don't like to say I was like the only one, but I thought Maul was already broken from the beginning. And right after season 2, Maul exploded. Yeah, I think that's the issue. People did not understand that fast forward breaks the class. Like, straight up breaks the class. If fast forward didn't exist, Maul is trash tier. But since fast forward exists, it is bloated, OP strong. Like, stamina mitigation, like the stamina system for Maul is completely negated by fast forward. And even with the nerfs from this season, do mind you that they increased the stamina regen for Maul and Maul alone. So for basic functions like running, Maul, you can never outrun a Maul now. Because Maul will always have will always be able to get more stamina than you and catch you. Although that in practice that's more difficult than it sounds, but this also means Mauls can run away fast. Maul can run away more than you can run at chase after a Maul. It's just mind-boggling how they balance these classes in this way. I really want them to just get rid, just like gut fast forward as an ability. Double its cooldown at the very least. Oh yeah, give it movement, give it the rune. It would be interesting to see what kind of runes, whether or not they add more runes or keep the same runes they have, or completely replace the runes. Because the Frost Giant one, fast forward, or Mighty Mjolnir is called on the my.com version. They say it's new runes, but they say it's new runes in the update, but they might be bringing back the runes that they already had before because the basic ones should return. I betcha Ironsides gets the poleaxe rune if they give short sword fucking heals. Gee. Yeah, just kill me now. Imagine him having 2 pieces of epic dramatic. It gives 2 seconds. No, seriously, that's an actual strategy. You get 2 pieces of the epic armor schematic and 2 pieces of the medium armor one for maximum damage. And since the fast forward cooldown is reduced to 7, and by the way, the fast forward cooldown activates the moment you use fast forward. So you can literally rotate between combat attack and um, combat attack and circle attack every 6 seconds. You use it with combat. You use it with like combo attack, or it's I don't know what it's called. Combo, yeah, or with circle attack, and I don't know what it's called on your guys. I don't remember what it's called on your guys' server. It's up again for the spinny thing. Yeah, you can do it back to back because the combo attack itself takes forever to finish. And by the time it finishes, you're literally ready to go fast again with fast forward. Honestly, it doesn't. It doesn't. The worst one is longsword. The worst one's longsword. You think short sword has the strongest epic one? Hmm. I thought it would be spear. Spear has some cool ones. Well, that's with Ironside being broken by default. So, I mean, like, is that because, like, okay, so, I mean, the epic does buff an ability that is already broken, so obviously it would be, but oh, so obviously it would be the strongest because if it buffs an ability that's already strong, yeah, same concept as the mole because it buffs an ability that's already strong. I like cool. I like the cool kinds of concepts where the spear has the coolest one. I think if you hit 7 or more people, it gives you a buff for your like damage and damage resistance, which is cool. I don't think very many people use it though. If something boosts something that is broken, it's good. Valley Fortress, here we go. Good luck, MVP. MVP is going to be attacking Valley Fortress versus Grey Wardens. Grey Wardens has a good opportunity to hold Valley Fortress. The sea point is very easy to hold. Wonder what kind of strategy MVP is going to deploy in order to take it. Going with the heavy Nafan Guard setup. We got 4 Nafan Guards available. Lots of Iron Reapers, in fact. This time, Grey Warden is not using as many cavalry, but we still have 200 humans and 2 Northern Lands cavalry. Northern Lands cavalry is always a special pick. Never seem to understand why that is me anyway. Why people pick Northern Lands cavalry in this balance of it. Very weak in compared to what it was before. It also increases the blunt damage, I think, but the blunt damage doesn't scale very well. The defending team having quite a lot of heavy armor classes. We got 3 mauls, 3 longswords, and 4 short swords. The longswords very strange pick for me. Not very many short swords coming out for MVP. MVP actually going with quite a few glaives. It extends the damage buff, which is 16% on fine powder. I guess. But 40%, I'd have to check the actual numbers, but like the AoE damage for musket is not low. Well, no, like is not to be underestimated. Longsword itself doesn't really help too much because like the first one only increases your survivability. It changes the heal from a 10% heal to a 14% heal, and the decrease in the speed boost that already has like a 27 second cooldown. 3 seconds is, again, like, not much in compared to it already having a super long cooldown. So, I mean, if you're a longsword that runs Knightly Vow, you're gonna be hard pressed to do better than what you're already doing. Siege showers get up fairly easily. Grey Warden making a slow retreat by the looks of it, but actually, probably not. I'm looking at this mini-map here. They've broken down the main gate. They can break down the secondary gate fairly easily with just the heroes. Grey Wardens hasn't done a massive retreat just yet. Does look like they want to try a forward defense. Natural unit difference of 150 for the defenders. We haven't kicked off any battles just yet, and the main gate, and the secondary gate inside the main gate hasn't been broken yet. All siege towers and siege engines have been used. Main gate down, all 3 siege towers up. Doesn't look like a treb has been used either. Not a single person has engaged. Some mortars being deployed, in fact. Does look like MVP realizes that Grey Wardens are going to try for a defense at the A point. Again, it's very strange to see defenses at the A point, but this might be because we're on the SA tournament server. A point does get taken. Massive forces still on the ground, not moving, in fact. Grey Wardens, what is your decision? A lot of posturing. Backs and forth. They're moving back to the supply point. They're waiting in the streets. So the A point will be taken. Some mortars are coming out. I think MVP should mortar this next section as well. Some Metallators firing from the C point. I think the angle might be wrong. I think you should put it up towards the thing. Massive retreat finally happening. MVP does spots it, but doesn't seem to they can capitalize on anything. I definitely think the epic armor schematics, all like epic armor sets, all should be looked at again. Honestly, the set bonuses are either like extremely unequal between the classes, or it buffs skills which are just not viable, or just not meta. Sorry, it buffs skills that are just not meta, or it buffs skills that are just in a way that like doesn't really benefit the class. I mean, there's not much you can do with those epic armor things, really, besides just raw stats. Epic armor schematics only have raw stats by like 2. Here comes a treb, finally. 2 trebs actually gone off. I didn't get to see the first one. Probably I'm blind. Plenty of mortars coming out, but it's going to be easy picking for this Culverin, just destroying them. MVP, a little bit of a waste for those mortars. Try to take out that. You want to see here the in-game? I wonder if it's on. You see, the in-game sound is based on the positioning of the cameraman, and the cameraman's sometimes not anywhere near the fight. Can you hear it? I can't hear it. Why can you hear it? I can't hear it. That's... Did I set this on wrong? Oh well. There you go. So you guys prefer having the clean, prefer having the sound on. Am I right? Alright. I'll keep the sound on as much as I can. It's just that when it's just that when I upload it onto YouTube, where you do the talking. At least for me. Yeah, it's too quiet when you are not speaking else. Well, sometimes there's nothing much to say. They're doing a bit of mortaring, they're posturing around. Again, nothing's died, really. I've seen, there's six things are dead. Six units have died in the meantime. A little bit of mortaring, a lot of posturing, but nothing to speak when you are not speaking. Yeah, I can totally understand that when it's just really quiet. Certain musics are copyright. The Heilong Fjord map will always trigger a copyright, and sometimes you get the medieval field thing. So I might have to ask the developers next time to set the music off for their streams. But we finally have a massive engagement here up on the west side stairs. Lots of Imperial Pikes going off right now. MVP does look to be winning the engagement. Down goes 100 humans. And also a massive push on the south side stairs, meeting the Imperial Pike walk right now. Realistically, you should never walk downstairs with Pike units. Pike units loses their longer range advantage. This Treb hits half, but it does hit hard. Double line of Fortibraccios, double line of... Oh, no, just a single line of Loyal Guards. Some Berserkers are still fighting some Palace Guards here. A hard push towards the supply point. Not going to... MVP does pull off, does seem to folly. Not going to be successful here. Switching over to the left side gate yet again. This west side gate should open up pretty hard. Yeah, it's annoying. I'll have to fix my sounds later, but... Right now, for some reason, the defenders did leave the right side supply point open. We got a 100 unit advantage for the defenders. We're here at the final point, though. Grey Wardens not holding the C point as well as I thought they would. Also, it's a massive it's a massive disadvantage just to give up the supply point. You do realize that like defenders can actually just keep defending the C point. They keep defending this outside area instead of falling back into the map. Yeah, it's really funny how South America attacks Valley Fortress all the time, where in AP, Valley Fortress is almost impossible to attack. It's literally all or nothing on the C point. Yeah, in the Asia Pacific, every time Valley Fortress was chosen, besides one team, all other teams failed the attack on Valley Fortress. This is the clean feed. It's up to the observer. I better ask next time. But yeah, I have to ask the observer who's observing this game So I'm getting this feed from someone else, basically. Nah, but you want to listen to my voice. So only one audio output to regulate sound for. Well, that's for I can. It's only one audio output for me, but I can ask the observer to turn off the music in the in-game setting, and that should solve my copyright issue with certain music that they're using. They're trying to climb the wall here, but getting absolutely massacred by these iron pagodas and a bunch of heroes. Losing out quite a few heroes. Does look like they commit to the climb. Berserker's not strong enough to win here. Is it just me, or does those Imperial Pike Guard looks to be stuck? I guess they brace on the spot. Probably not the smartest idea. Six minutes to go. 1,000 units each, but does look like the defenders did pick up 80 or so units in the meantime. Both sides mortaring each other. Doesn't look very successful from the defenders' side. Actually, we just saw a big hit on the side of those Wardens next to the south gate. South entrance towards the base point. They have two avenues in. It's going to be, again, a hard ask to push one or the other if the defenders are ready. It does look like the defenders are ready. We got some Imperial Spear Guard being deployed. Imperial Spear Guard is always an interesting pick. Could be pathing issues. Unfortunately, I haven't come across it too often, nor have I tested it out. South side is getting pushed. Main. Wow, we got Metallitor shooting directly into this pile. Those fire pots have gone down, but it doesn't look like it's hit very much. Here comes another push. Loyal Guard sacrificing their lives into the Fort of Ratio. But does look like the Fort of Ratios do go down here on the right-hand side. The left-hand side, sorry. The right-hand side here getting flamed super hard, so it's holding strong. MVP getting massacred at the front. That looked like a nightmare. Everything failing. Does look like a small contingent did go for the for the west side door just now. Definitely a kill box, meat grinder, whatever you want to call it. Death was all around. Not the best of situations for MVP, but I'm not sure what they could have done. There's only one of two ways you can go through, and if you're going to go through and meet Portabrascios with shields, with enough guards, it's going to be a hard ask to win in that scenario. You guys can't go around it, you have to go through it, and honestly, going through it is a hard ask. Not to mention, you're getting short by Metallitors. Metallitors doing work with that knockdown, although they do massive damage as well. That knockdown is more annoying than anything they can any damage they can dish out. They tried that. They tried to secure the wall, but it failed. They got eaten up by some iron pagodas and a lot of heroes. Ah, yeah. You're right, Arwen. More than 300 units, in fact, died in that engagement, and that's mostly from the attacker's side. So Metallitors up high, in fact, shooting down. Only getting a couple of shots in. They're climbing on a different set. Does look like it's just a free feed. Those Iron Cap Swordsmen are free to get murdered just now. 2 minutes to go, and MVP does looking pretty rough right now. We got a lot of low tier units coming out, or units that I think are going to be ineffective. We've got another push on the west side stairs, but it just seems like it's just going to fail. This final push does look pretty grim, but they may make it through. I say that as literally 100 units just died almost instantly. Alright, or 100 units. There goes another 40. I'm sorry, MVP, but it does not look like you are the MVP of this game. You're gonna lose the attack here. Grey Wardens winning their attack and winning their defense means that Grey Warden is the last of the top 4 of the South American division. I'm just calling it here because MVP is just going to be ran out from the base point. And in fact, I think they might decide to chase. Less than a minute to go. A couple of MVPs have left the game. Does look like it's a last sally out for the manhunt for the last minute. Grey Warden has done very well. Swords and shields are very good in a lot of scenarios. Iron Pagodas versus Iron Pagodas would be good. But I think it was mainly the heroes that caused issue when they did the wall climb. And indeed, Balconetti's Balconetti's slash Metallators, along with Nafan guards, or whatever you call them, the Scipions, or I have no idea how to say the names in the My.com one, but the Flamers, definitely both game changer units. They have heavy CC, unblockable, and they also do a ton of damage. But that is it with the last second calling it. Grey Wardens have won their defense. That is all for today with the 4 top teams. The final stages of the SA tournament should be progressing. Tomorrow we'll have the game office versus AAA as the first battle, with just the 2 teams that have won today, with Imperium versus Grey Wardens as the next set. It's not that hard to say. I can't say it either. It's not that hard to say while you hypocritically say that you can't say it either. Siphon? Or is it siphon? Siphonarioid? Siphonarioids? Fuck. Yeah, just call them flamers. Like, I like to call them Nafan guards because that's way easier. Their full name is Barcian Nafan guard, but why do they have a colloquial a descriptor name inside their actual name? Are there multiple Narfan guards? Why is it Barcian in particular? Call them Greeks. The Greek flames. Greek fire. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will be commentating all of the tournaments. So tomorrow morning will also be another set of battles for the SA tournament. So we'll have the quarterfinals, technically, of the winners bracket. So we have Game Office versus AAA in the first battle, with Imperium versus the winners of this battle, which is Grey Wardens, for the second. And they will decide who is the semifinals. While we also still have the lower brackets, so even if they lose in the next battle, they still have a chance of coming back for the finals. I'm not sure, Almus, but he should be streaming later. I'm not sure if he's streaming right after this, but that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys enjoyed the stream and wish to follow, that would be extremely helpful. I am Azakai filling in for Fyro, or using Fyro's streams in order to let you guys get the drops while, again, listening to my commentary. I do enjoy commentating. So if you guys can follow Fyro's, uh, thanks Almus for the link. But yes, please follow Fyro's stream. Otherwise, you can also follow my stream. It would be much appreciated if you do follow me. If I hit 200, I might be my own content creator and I'll get my own drops. But I will continue to commentate regardless. Thank you for watching, and that's it for today. Otherwise, my name's Azakai, and have a nice day!